It's over now. It's over now. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. It's over now. It's over now. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. It's over now. It's over now. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. Cloudy days, they're all gone. Good morning, good afternoon, Teresa. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. Good morning, Mika Mokolate. Good afternoon, Mika Mokolate. Came for the party. They're all gone away. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. It's time to do our affirmations with RoAsia. Come on in. I know some of y'all got your day going and all that. That's okay. I've been slow dragging too, but we got to get our affirmations in. I appreciate you being here, for choosing this as your destination, for tuning in when you didn't have to, for being a part of today's inspiration. Just in case you're wondering, yes, I feel your anticipation. I am just as excited as you are about today's affirmations. I need you all to listen and hear me when I say we are all truly blessed to be here. What a way to continue your day. I walk alone. I'm not on. My head is a little bit, but I'm trying it this morning. I took some leave. So if you see me go like this a little bit, I got a twitch. And it ain't the app, but it's a twitch. I'm not on my own. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. It's over now. It's over now. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Hey, Nana Pat. How you doing, my love? What'd he say? No more cloudy days. The storm is over now. No more cloudy days. The storm is over now. No more sun at night. The storm is over now. No more sickness in my body. The storm is over now. No more crying at night. The storm is over now. No more crying at night. The storm is playing in my ear, y'all. Over now. I've been listening to this since I woke up. It's just been on repeat. So I'm just giving it to y'all. The storm is over now. No more tears and sorrow. No more heartache and pain. No more suffering. No more. It's over now. He said, if I walk alone, I'm not on my own. I feel like I can make it. You got to do more than believe. I'm trying to put feel and believe together. You got to do more than feel. You got to believe it too. So I honestly believe my storm is over now. And I'm going to keep on singing. And I'm going to keep on giving him all of the praise. Trust me that. Oh. Mm. 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 Over now. We're going to let it go back one more again. Okay? We're going to let it go one more again. I don't know about y'all, but it's necessary for me. It's necessary for me. It's over now. It's over now. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. It's over now. It's over now. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, I love you more, little sister. It's over now. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. Cloudy days, they're all gone away. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. No more cloudy days. Hey, Melly Mel. They're all gone away. Hey, I see. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. Walk alone. I'm not on my own. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. Walk alone. I'm not on. How many of y'all know you're not on your own? I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. It's over now. It's over now. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. So I didn't wet it this morning like I normally do, y'all, because I was late. So I just came on. So forgive my presence. Here we go. No more what? No more cloudy days. The storm is over now. No more cloudy days. The storm is over now. No more rain at night. The storm is over now. No more sickness in my body. The storm is over now. No more crying at night. The storm is over now. No more sickness in my body. The storm is over now. No more night and night. The storm is over now. No more tears and sorrow. No more heartache and pain. No more suffering. No more. It's over now. Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 mm, 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 over now. Woo! All right, people. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. I've been listening to that since I was watching my face, like straight up, no cap. I ain't gonna lie to you. I promise. So, I'm going to read today's prayer, and then we will get into the affirmations and everything. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, Sister Mary, Charlene. Hello, Callie, and Sister Reggie. Hey. So I am going to back to my regular coffee today, y'all. I didn't have to go out this morning, so I don't have no Starbucks. I got my regular coffee today. But I'm going to read the prayer for this morning. No more. The storm is over now. No more. Oh, I took a picture of it twice. So let's get it. Isaiah 54, verse 17 is our prayer. Isaiah 54, verse 17. And it reads, no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. God will do what he said he would do. So I was listening to Pastor the evening prayer last night, and I don't know. I'm not even going to say what I don't know. When I asked God to continue to put me in places where I can learn, get an understanding, I can apply it to my life, and then I can share it with you all, right? So I was listening, it was reading from, and it was talking about taking the authority, that we have the keys. Like DJ, I got the keys. I got the keys. That we have the keys, and the key gives you authority to unlock and lock, right? Okay, I will, Callie. Thank you, sister. So I was listening, and he was reading from, I'm going to tell y'all because I've been taking notes. Okay, he was reading from Matthew verse 18. Chapter 18, verse 18. Now let me ask Siri to pull that up. Hey Siri. She hard-headed today. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Mark 18. I'm sorry. Never mind. Scratch scratch that, Siri. Hey Siri. Show me Matthew chapter 18, verse 18.
Here's what I found.
It says, therefore, whoever takes the lowly position of this child and the greatest in the kingdom of heaven, and whoever welcomes one's child in my name welcomes me. Now let me look at number 19. Hey Siri. Hey Lolaine. Hey Frida. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hold on. Hey Siri. Matthew chapter 18, verse 19.
I found this on the web.
Again, truly I tell you that if two of you on earth agree about anything they ask for, it will be done for them by the Father in heaven. So he was explaining that we have the authority to bind and we also have the authority to loose. It is in the prayers where we hear whatsoever is bound on earth is bound in heaven, and whatsoever is loosed on earth is loosed in heaven. So if we have the keys to this, what are we doing with it? What are we doing with it? And I'm sitting up, right, and I'm listening, and he says to begin to put in the chat things that you was listening to it, Pauline. What it do for you? Oh, really, Frida? What it do to you, sister? Because I was over here, and I'm gonna tell you something. When we really begin to draw closer, draw near, however you want to call it, when you get ready to cop a squat with Jesus, all kinds of hell break loose, like literally. Because I was in the middle of listening to Pastor last night. Honey, my phone was dinging, 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 dinging. It was so much in life chaos going on, and I had kept saying, I don't know why I tend to call it Bible study, but that's what I call it. And I'm like, yes, Pauline, that was me. Like, and I'm like, oh, all right, Lord, come on now. I'm trying to pay attention, and I'm trying to hear you, because I know you talking to me. I know you talking to me because I know what I prayed and I asked for during the fast that I did. So I know you talking to me, and I really want to hear. But you didn't. At once I removed this noise. Now you want to put noise in my physical life. And it could be anyone. It could be you're listening, here come your sister calling. You're listening, here come your mama calling. You're listening, here come the dogs barking. You're listening, oh, the power go out because something is trying to happen to keep us from hearing what is needed for us to continue to get closer and learn about the spiritual walk that we all got. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm going to turn the comments off for a second because it's such a distraction for me and I don't want to be distracted. However, when I turn them back on, they will be there for me to see. I just refuse to be distracted in a space where I'm trying to share something with you all. So in the same sense, it's like, okay, we get to a point where we know that, and it's all the power. It is power. Life and death is in the tongue. That is what it is. That is what we're taught. That is what we know. So it is not as if to say that, tragedies are commonplace. All kinds of diseases. People are slipping away. That song holds so much weight now. economy's down. As for me, all I can say, thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. It could have been me outdoors with no food and no clothes, or just even alone without a friend. Just another number with a tragic end. But you see fit to let none of these things be, because every day by your power, you keep on keeping me. So I have to say, you should want to say, as well as you should have to say, thank you, God, for all you've done for me. Thank you for your power. Thank you for protection. Thank you for deliverance. Thank you for your love every hour. I want to thank you for your love. Thank you for your power. Thank you for protection every hour. Thank you for everything you've done for me. And Pastor was saying that we have the ability, just like we have the ability to bind up, we have the ability to loose things. So you bind up depression, you bind up fear, you bind up anxiety, you bind up whatever it is that you want to go away, right? And then he said, then you loose everything and you loose it as if it's already done. Okay, now see, now Esco want to act up. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking to y'all right now, and I just said I'm going to turn the comments off so I won't be distracted. Then he want to start doing the Hollywood shuffle, the curly shuffle, the Super Bowl shuffle, all up over there and making all that noise. But he is not going to distract me. So I'm in the midst of doing that, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna bind up fear. I'm gonna bind up anxiety. I'm gonna bind up confusion. I'm gonna bind up lack. I'm gonna bind up disarray. I'm gonna bind up manipulation. I'm binding all these things up, and I'm going to loose prosperity. I'm going to loose growth. I'm going to loose generational wealth. I'm going to loose all these things, So if I have the power to do all these things, then I need to access them, right? So in the process of accessing them, then you have to believe that it's already done. So I was praying for sister because one of the sisters' mother is in the hospital and she's battling cancer. It's not my place to say who. That will be solely up to her if she chose to say that. Uh that would be totally up to her if she's in the chat and she chose to say that. So but we're in the chat and we're putting in, to pray. And so it's binding up cancer and sending it back to the pits of hell from which it come from. Bind up, like, okay, the doctor may have given you a diagnosis. This is what it's saying. But at the same time, speak out and bind it up and then loose good health. So I'm listening to the pastor and I'm over here and I'm really, now mind you, my phone is off the chain, okay? Right? My phone, I can't see y'all comments right now. I look over here because it's a screen right here, as if this is a whole nother live stream. That may be God telling me stream here, over here, and stream here on places that I can't stream from here. So that's why you see me keep looking. And again, for those of you all that are coming in, I said if I'm twitching a little, it's because I'm tired of wearing them glasses in the house. Okay. So as I'm over here and I'm doing that, it's all kind of disarray going on with my children. I'm talking about disarray going on, crazy stuff going on. I'm trying to focus on what Pastor was speaking on, and at the same time, I got all of this going on the back end. So again, I'm telling you, distractions will try to come in all types of forms. So he continues to read in the book of he said, no, what really got me, he was in somebody that's got their monies held up, finances held up, something you've been waiting on held up. Release it in a baby. I was over here on fire. Okay. Now I'm not talking about literally on fire, but let's go sit down. It is raining outside. So anyway, I'm over here and I'm listening. Now let me go a little further down and I'm just going to Google the NIV version because that's the one I kind of understand. NIV Matthew, what did I say? 18. Now I'm going to pull it up. Okay. So when he went on to I was at 18, right? So I read 19. Let me read it again. 18 says, "Truly I tell you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." And then 19 says, "Again, truly I tell you that if two of you on earth agree about anything they ask for," so that means anything, if you believe it. And then he spoke about being redeemers. When you redeem something, you redeem like coupon, right? And you hold it till you're ready to use it. So he spoke on redeeming things and some other stuff. But I'm gonna keep going right here. So it says, "Again, truly I tell you that if two of you on earth agree about anything they ask for, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. For where two or three gather in my name, there am I with them." Now, there's a parable behind this. Okay. Hello, everybody coming in. I know y'all coming in. Y'all probably having a whole nother conversation outside of what I'm talking about. But it is somebody that's listening to me. And I know they're going to get what I'm putting down. Okay. So then it says in 21, "Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times. Jesus answered, I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. Therefore, the kingdom of heaven is like a king who wanted to settle accounts with his servants." And then it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Okay. So my whole point in all of this is that there's a power that we possess, and the power that we possess is to speak things as though they were. Okay, to speak things as though they were. So if I'm dealing with something, I'm going to bind. I'm going to bind the lack of finances, and I loose financial overflow in Jesus' name. And I say amen. Because I got the keys, the keys, the keys, the keys. So then it went from Matthew to Romans. We're about to listen to the because I know it helped me, and so I know it'll help somebody else. That's all that I care about. I don't care about nothing else. So then he went to Romans 4 and verse 18. Okay, now I'm typing that in. So I spelled it wrong. Sorry, y'all. Romans 4. So Romans 4 and verse 18 says, "Against all hope, Abraham in hope believed, and so became the father of many nations, just as it had been said to him, so shall your offspring be." Without weakening in his faith, he faced the fact that his body was as good as dead since he was about 100 years old, and that Sarah's womb was also dead. Yet he did not waver through unbelief regarding the promises of God. I ain't about wavering, baby. I'm not. I can do all things through Christ that gives me strength. So I'm not about wavering. I'm not about none of that. All right. So now I put the chat back up. Hey, everybody that came in, I'm back in the chat now. This is the last one that I see. I can instead of I can't. Absolutely. Absolutely. When they say can't, it shouldn't be in a person's vocabulary. Actually, it should, because I can't deal with unnecessary stuff. I can't deal with foolishness. I can't deal with procrastination. I can't deal with backbiting. I can't. So it's almost as if there's a space for can't. I'm going to leave it there. I will not put the word can't in the space where the word can should be. I ain't going to be able to do all that. So, in the process of weapons that attend to form, they won't prosper. God is going to do what he said he would do, but he cannot do if we don't believe that it will be done, or that it is done, or that it shall be. Right? This is why I am wavering, is just like giving up. Mm-hmm. So it's not as if to say something, a tragedy won't come, Melly, like, damn. And you don't have that initial feeling like, oh, Lord, what am I going to do? Oh, and have your moment. And I've said this so many times to you all. Have your moment. But after you have your moment, you got to say, okay, I bind the spirit of worry, and I loose the spirit of peace. Because, God, you got it. And go on about today. Now, you can't bind the spirit of worry and then you done bind it, locked it up, threw it away, swallowed the key, and then now you trying to regurgitate the key to open up the box that you done locked up worry in. Right? We can't do that. So what'll happen is when you find yourself good in that area, here go the devil gonna come. Let's say you having issues with your children, right? And you bind that up. I bind the spirit of whatever off my children, and I loose da 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 da. So now you're good in that area. All right, you all right, my kid's good. Boom, you get in your car. Your car won't start. You're trying to go to work. Oh my God, what I'm gonna do? My car ain't starting. Oh no, I know this, I know that. And he's not ever gonna let up, right? He's never gonna let up. So now I'm in this space. Okay, Lord, I I bind the spirit of whatever, and I loose the spirit of this. These are things that we have the ability to do. And what we need to do is learn how to open up our mouths and speak it out for ourselves, and stop asking other people to do it for us. Because if we have the power and authority, imagine coming together with a couple of more, and we all got the power and authority, and we declare and decree, and boom, we all believe that it has been done. And we live as though it has been done. It's over now. It's over now. I feel like I can make it. It's cloudy right now, but I don't have to believe that. I believe that it's over. The storm is over now. I'm not picking it back up. It is just over. That is a choice. Okay. And we all have that choice of free will. We all have it. I when I finally did, we have full access, Tamara. Why you giving the keys to your soul to somebody else? Nah, I'm gonna keep them. All right. Nah. I'm not subleasing over here. You hear me, Melly? We ain't doing no subleasing over here, baby. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. And I know my mortgage, my rent is paid up for the year. I ain't, we ain't spend the night. Nah, baby. You got keys to your own place. Spend your nights at your house, okay? This is not revival. We're not doing a lock-in. And if we doing that, we going to the church, the house of the Lord. You ain't doing it over here. Stop giving your keys to your residence to other people to have their way all in your space. Hi, everybody coming in. I mean that. And I know it's for somebody. I don't, let me tell you something. I come here And it used to be like, oh, let me hurry up, let me hurry up, let me hurry up, let me get up. When my body say lay there, I'm gonna lay there. Okay? And my body said lay there. Where's Brother Shy? Brother Shy was on me this morning. Let me see something. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me tell this baby I'm doing my live right now. Okay, if you get a delayed response from me, it's because I'm live doing the RoAsia live, but I'm following everything that you're saying, and I love you on purpose. Okay, where Brother Shy at? Let me go, cause Brother Shy hit me. Let me say something. Now you ain't nowhere to be found, right? You text me talking about some good morning and all this other good stuff, and now it's afternoon and you ain't nowhere to be found, bro. We on RoAsia. So I'm over here, G Mama, and I'm like, okay, I ain't the keys, we it gives us the authority to release, to bind, and to release. For real, Capri, you should have seen them. Hey Barbara Tina, hey everybody coming in. So with knowing that, then what am I going to do with what I know, what I'm learning, right? What am I going to do? What you got to figure that out. It's about, you could have, how can I say this? I could know that I want my hair to be done, right? And I could have the things that I need to get it done. But now I got to get up. I got to find a place that's going to be able to do what it is that I want in order for it to be done. So you can have what you need, but what are you doing with it? Okay? We have it here. It's easy for us to say, I can't, or that ain't going to happen. Or my life, I'm used to this. My life always been like this. Same old, same old. Same ish, different day. It's so easy to say that? Why is it? It should be the same. You should have the same wherewithal. You should have the same will. You should have the same go get it to say, nah, trouble ain't lasting always, not over here. I don't even want to say the brighter days, better days are coming. No. Better days are here. Because when you say better days are coming, now I'm just saying for me personally, I'll be looking like, well, when and where is the better day? Where is it hiding under a bush? Is it locked up? Is it in the hamper with all the dirty clothes? Is it in the attic? Better days are here. Not better days are coming. No. Better days are here. Despite what it looks like, better days are here. Despite whatever I'm going through, better days are here. I'm going to get past this like I got past everything else. No, I don't like the way it feels at all. I do not like it. I don't. But guess what? When I get through it, it's just going to prepare me for the next thing that I go through. Storms coming, whether we like it or not. On the sunniest, shiniest day, storm will come. You've been out there in the middle of a 90-degree day, and all of a sudden, boom. That's just how storms going to come in life. Now, what do? We worried about our hair. Oh, I can't get my hair wet. Oh, my God. The outside barbecuing. All the food is, everything is, just like that. By the time you done ran to your car, you done covered up the barbecue grill. Your feet maybe got a little bit wet because you out here got your pedicure and you kind of got it together, right? And so now you're in your car, and all of a sudden the rain stopped. What do? You go back out. You pick up where you left off. And then the next time that you prepare to do something, you're going to think about, oh, it rained last time we was out at the park. So let me bring a tent. Let me bring my umbrella. Let me bring an extra pair of shoes. Then you're prepared for the possibility, because you know if it happened then, It'll happen again. But when it happen again, I'm going to be prepared for it. Maybe I bind the spirit of grief and loose the spirit of peace. Hey, not Kimberly. Some people don't get all your keys are in the Bible. Binding, loosening, and knowledge. That's why we have access. Okay. All right. We tell our children to not use I can't in their vocabulary. So we must do the same. It's the way you tell them. It's the way you tell them. When you speak to your children, I would say, it's not what you can't do, because you can do anything that you set your mind to. There are things that you shouldn't do. So it's not about what you can't do. Okay? That's how I would explain to my kids. I'm not going to explain it like can't is not. That's like saying, okay, somebody out robbing the bank. Oh, I could do that too. No. And some people will take it like that. It ain't supposed to be like that. So the scripture for today was Isaiah 54, verse 17. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. So as the weapons come, as they try to trip you, there's no success in it unless you give up in it. That's what'll happen. In the middle of a storm, if you're driving your car, and I hate driving in the rain. Hopefully I got an overpass near me. But if I don't have an overpass near me, then I'm driving and I'm praying and I'm asking God to remove it, let up the rain, keep my vision, keep my visibility good for me, and I go on, right? If I am by an overpass and I'm pausing by the overpass and I'm sitting there and I'm saying the same thing, Lord, ease up the rain so that I can continue on to my destination. I'm not turning around because it's still raining back there. So what am I doing? I'm going to keep going. All right, let's get into the affirmations. Oh, 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 oh.
So you mean to tell me that you are too embarrassed to jump up and give God glory? But every time I go to your page, so you can do that in front of millions, but can't do this in front of God. When you praise God in the right atmosphere, it produces stuff. And what the Spirit told me about you, you don't have another 6 months. Wait on the process. Need to be expedited into production. This is why I can't afford to always be cute when I come to church. At a certain point, if he's been good to you, look at you. I'm not going to be in that church shout. I want folk in my business. So you mean to tell me that you are too embarrassed to jump up and give God glory? But every time I go to your page, so you can do that in front of millions, but can't do this in front of God. I wish I had for one Sunday, everybody under the sound of my voice, from the sanctuary to overflow, let everything.
Baby.
I would say this. Yo, get this. I would say this loudly for the people in the back. You know your life's gonna change when you start choosing your peace over the pain that they give you. When you start choosing
you better know it, Capri.
Over the misery that they give you. When you start choosing you over the nonsense.
You better know it.
When you start choosing your worth, nothing can make you feel worthless. Straight up.
Hey, Karen.
For the people in the back. You know your life's gonna change.
Yeah, he gonna tell you, baby.
Start choosing your peace over the pain that they give you.
You have to start choosing peace
over the misery that they give you.
Over pain and misery that people want to give you. Start choosing you.
When you start choosing your worth,
Nothing.
can make you feel worthless.
Nothing can make you feel worthless.
I love you, Jesus.
Oh, come on, Pastor. I worship and adore you. Just want to tell you, Lord, I love you. In spite of it all, I love you, Jesus, more than anything. I love you, Jesus. I worship and adore you. I want to adore you. Just want to tell you, Lord, I love you more than anything.
One more time.
Hey, hey. I love you, Jesus. I worship and adore you. Just want to tell you, Lord, I love you more than anything. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Sometimes I be praying like, God, I just want to feel like I got this. But God told me, if you ever got this, you won't need me.
Woo! If you ever got this, you won't need me.
Ungotten. Sometimes I be praying like, God, I just want to feel like I got this. But God told me, if you ever got this, you won't need me.
Huh? And here I am, ungotten. Everything you have belongs to God. You are a steward over what God gave you.
Put this in your notes.
Uh-oh, here we go.
The secondary definition of breakthrough is a sudden, dramatic, important discovery or development. Watch this, in science. Did you know breakthrough was a scientific term? When they trying to cure something and they get ready to cure it, they say we just had
a breakthrough.
But every entrepreneur, every creative, every person who's been asking God for the idea that would flip everything, I speak breakthrough over you.
Come on now.
That God's going to give you a sudden, dramatic idea or discovery that's going to flip your whole situation. I declare every business owner, God's going to give you an idea.
Come on.
That your business going to another level.
Ha.
You ought to just shout, I receive that.
I receive that. Run it back.
Put this in your notes. The secondary definition of breakthrough is a sudden, dramatic, important discovery or development. Watch this, in science. Did you know breakthrough was a scientific term? When they trying to cure something and they get ready to cure it, they say we just had. But every entrepreneur, every creative, every person who's been asking God for the idea that would flip everything, I speak breakthrough over you.
Turning around for me.
Dramatic.
I love Jesus.
That's gonna flip your whole situation.
I
declare every business owner, God's gonna give you an idea that your business going to another level.
Just want to tell you.
A lot of our issue is that we're trying to have control of something, and if we're not in control, we're not comfortable. So we will only do things that ensure we are in control so that we can be comfortable. And some of us, this keeps us paralyzed. I got to talk to my fellas today. This controller is killing your calling. You have more hours logged Your wife's sitting there begging for you to see her.
He got a game controller in his hand.
They want to see me in Madden. And your kids don't know you in real life. This is comfortable. This is how you escaped when you were 12. See, it all goes back to our trauma. This is what you were good at when you weren't good at school. So you said, I'm going to put all my effort and energy. And now you're 40 years old. And you will stay up and lose sleep over playing a tournament on a game with people over the internet that you can't see and won't plan a date night? Cuff to your comfort.
Cuff to your comfort.
For the last Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for the last
Cuff
4 days.
To your comfort.
For the last 4 days, I've been hearing the same quote. I believe it's by Les Brown, and it says, "Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you're amongst stars. At least you tried. Have a goal. Aim for that goal. And if you miss it, you're still further than you were before. You're not at the starting point. And now you can try it again. And you know how to do it this time. So the next time you won't miss. You're going to have to aim, honey. You're going to have to get uncomfortable, honey. You're going to have to do something that you've never done before. Something your mother and father and grandmother them couldn't do. But at least you tried." I was talking with God about it, and I just seen the stars lighting up in the sky. Because at least they tried to get up there. At least they tried. They might not be the moon, but we still know the notable stars. They glisten in the sky at night when it gets dark. Because light always shines, even in darkness. It's prevalent. It takes precedence over the darkness. It lights the way and guides others home. So some people can say, well, they ain't all the way up there, but I see the stardust of where they came from. I can do it too. Dream big. Aim big. And even if you miss, even if, at least you try. And we can see the evidence. And you can even get it right the next time. But aim for something. So I leave it off just how I started. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you're amongst the stars.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know who this is for, and I'm going to move right on. But you're getting ready to walk into a season of unusual favor. It's about to change. You've been treated so poorly for so long. And you expect to be, but God says, I'm about to turn it around.
Turn it around
you are
for
about
me.
to be treated kindly by people you don't expect to treat you kindly.
Unusual favor.
Somebody in your family who treats you different than everybody else. God says, I'm about to change it where they can't help but to treat you kindly. Because I'm about to connect their destiny to your survival. I had to think about this. Because all of my life when I thought about a footstool, I always thought about the one you step on to reach things. The word footstool is actually translated ottoman. So it ain't something you stand on.
Hey, it's something you sit down.
And then the Lord told me, he said, tell the lighthouse and everybody watching online that I'm about to fix it where your enemies are going to be responsible for your comfort.
He's about to do it.
I don't know who this word is for.
It's time now.
People say, baby, go ahead and relax.
Go ahead and relax.
Your enemies responsible for your comfort.
Ha
I don't know who this is for.
Run it back.
But you're getting ready to walk into a season of unusual favor. It's about to change. You've been treated so poorly for so long. And you expect to be, but God says, I'm about to turn it around.
He's about to
And you
do
are about to be
it.
treated kindly by people you don't expect to treat you kindly.
It's
There's
time
somebody in your
now.
family who treats you different than everybody else. God says, I'm about to change it where they can't help but to treat you kindly.
Woo-wee.
Because I'm about to connect their destiny to your survival.
Mm.
I had to think about this. Because all of my life, when I thought about a footstool,
I did too.
always thought about the one you step on to reach things.
Yep.
The word footstool is actually translated ottoman.
Ottoman. And what do you do
So it ain't something you stand on.
with an ottoman? Woo! He's about to
And then
do
the Lord
it.
told me, he said, tell the lighthouse and everybody watching online that I'm about to fix it where your enemies are going to be responsible for your comfort. I don't know who
Woo!
this word is for, but high five, three people say, baby, go ahead and relax.
Go ahead and
Because
relax.
God is about to make your enemies responsible for your comfort.
Yes. Don't play with it.
This thing go through. It's time for you to put your name where your work is. You're working but pulling back, so you're not disappointed. But I hear God saying, if it's going to get done in 2024, you're going to have to put your back into it. You're going to have to put your faith into it. God, I bless your name, oh God. I thank you for who you are. God, I believe, but help my unbelief. God, keep exposing me to your wonder.
Keep exposing me to your wonder.
Keep exposing me to your
Woo!
grace. I'm ready to shift my focus. I know what the doctor said, but I don't want to talk to the doctor anymore. I need to talk to a healer. I know what the bank said, but I don't need to talk to the bank. I want to talk to a provider. I want to talk to Jireh. I want to talk to Elohim. I want to talk to Yahweh. I want to talk to the great I am. I want to talk to my defender. Let me talk to my lawyer. It's time for you to think this thing go through. It's time for you to put your faith where your work is. You're working but pulling back, so you're not disappointed. But I hear God saying, if it's going to get done in 2024, you're going to have to put your back into it. You're going to have to put your faith into it.
Come on, Nana Pat.
Bless your name, oh God. I thank you for who
What
you are.
happened?
God, I believe, but help my unbelief. God, keep exposing me to your wonder. Keep exposing me to your power. Keep exposing me
Keep
to your
on
grace.
exposing me.
I'm ready to shift my focus.
Come on now.
Doctor said, but I don't want to talk to the
Come
doctor
on
anymore.
now.
I need to talk to a healer. I know what the bank said, but I
Mm.
don't need to talk to the bank. I want to
Mm.
talk to a provider. I want to talk to Jireh. I
Mm.
want to talk to Elohim. I want to talk to Yahweh.
Come
I
on
want to
now.
talk to the great I am. I want to talk to my defender. Let me talk to my lawyer. Time for you to
Huh.
God gave me a word today that was enough to tear the whole church up. Somebody listen to this. He said the enemy won't always show up looking like the enemy. Sometimes the enemy will show up looking like an opportunity. Now let me break this thing down because it was just too good to me. It's got to be good to somebody else. The devil will always show up looking like he belongs. God said that's why Eve wasn't alarmed when she saw a snake in the garden. Now that's enough to tear the whole church up by itself, but let me keep going, okay? Maybe this wasn't Eve's first time seeing a snake. Figuratively speaking, maybe it was just her first time getting bit by one. Don't miss this now, don't miss this. The devil showed up and presented Eve with an opportunity to have something that she already had. Y'all remember what he said? He said if she ate the fruit, she would be like God. That's why God didn't want her to eat it. But in the beginning, God already said she was created in the likeness of him. So here Eve is chasing after a blessing that she done already got. She trying to get something that God done already gave her. Okay, so the question is, what is this trying to teach me and you? Everything that look good ain't good for you, and everything that glitter ain't gold. I don't know who I'm talking to when I say this, but evaluate your personal garden. Because the same person that showed up looking like a friend trying to help you in one season could show up looking like the enemy trying to hurt you in another one.
Just because something looks good doesn't mean it is good.
We're going to rewind.
God gave me a word today that was enough to tear the whole church up. Somebody listen to this. He said the enemy won't always show up looking like the enemy. Sometimes the enemy will show up looking like an opportunity. Now let me break this thing down because it was just too good to me. It's got to be good to somebody else. The devil will always show up looking like he belongs. God said that's why Eve wasn't alarmed when she saw a snake in the garden. Now that's enough to tear the whole church up by itself, but let me keep going, okay? Maybe this wasn't Eve's first time seeing a snake.
Yes.
Figuratively speaking, maybe it was just her first time getting bit.
Let's evaluate it.
Don't miss this. The devil showed up and presented Eve with an opportunity to have something that she already had. Y'all remember what he said? He said if she ate the fruit, she would be like God. That's why God didn't want her to eat it. But in the beginning, God
Times
already said
two,
she
I
was
got
created
you,
in the
Capri.
likeness of him.
One more again.
Eve is chasing after a blessing that she done already got. She trying to get something that God done already gave her. Okay, so the question is, what is this trying to teach me?
Stop trying to get something God already gave us. He gave us the keys. So what are we chasing after?
Everything that look good ain't good for you, and everything that glitter ain't gold. I don't know who I'm talking to when I say this, but evaluate your personal garden. Because the same person that showed up looking like a friend trying to help you in one season could show up looking like the enemy trying to hurt you in another one.
Just because something looks good doesn't mean it is good.
Y'all, God gave me a word today that was enough to tear the whole church up. Somebody listen to this. He said the enemy won't always show up looking like the enemy. Sometimes the enemy will show up looking like an opportunity. Now let me break this thing down because it was just too good to me. It's got to be good to somebody else. The devil will always show up looking like he belongs. God said that's why Eve wasn't alarmed when she saw a snake in the garden. Now that's enough to tear the whole church up by itself, but let me keep going, okay? Maybe this wasn't Eve's first time seeing a snake. Figuratively speaking, maybe it was just her first time getting bit by one. Don't miss this now, don't miss this. The devil showed up and presented Eve with an opportunity to have something that she already had. Y'all remember what he said? He said if she ate the fruit, she would be like God. That's why God didn't want her to eat it. But in the beginning, God already said she was created in the likeness of him. So here Eve is chasing after a blessing that she done already got. She's trying to get something that God done already gave her. Okay, so the question is, what is this trying to teach me and you? Everything that look good ain't good for you, and everything that glitter ain't gold. I don't know who I'm talking to when I say this, but evaluate your personal garden. Because the same person that showed up looking like a friend trying to help you in one season could show up looking like the enemy trying to hurt you in another one.
Just because something looks good doesn't mean it is.
The quality of people that you keep around. It's the quality, it's equal to your peace. You tied to confusion. You tied who don't take accountability. You tied to a bunch of people that like to run from situations and not fix it. Who don't own up to to the shit that they did and deflect, manipulate, twist, turn, and play tricks and games. And well, that's what you got. Confusion. Don't look at it crazy when it's your turn, when you're in the hot seat. That's what shows to keep around. Seasons. This ain't the season for that. Quality of people that you keep around. It's the quality, it's equal to your peace. You tied to confusion. You tied who don't take accountability. You tied to a bunch of people that like to run from situations and not fix it. Who don't own up to to the shit that they did and deflect, manipulate, twist, turn, and play tricks and games. And well, that's what you got. Confusion. Don't look at it crazy when it's your turn, when you're in the hot seat. That's what shows to keep around.
Come on, my Nolo baby.
Seasons. This ain't the season for this.
Yes.
Most of your anxiety, most of your fear of the future, it comes because you actually, hear this, don't trust God. I'm telling you what nobody will tell you because they want you to just yell crazy faith. But the truth of the matter is you cannot have crazy faith here if you don't believe that God's going to be good up there. And most of us want to play a savior instead of have one.
My Nolo baby.
We would rather organize our way, strategize our way,
running and hiding. I don't want to be around no duckers and shakers and get your scary.
God said you put me on the sidelines and did what only you could do.
No, baby.
Is that what you want? You can say eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard. I say this before. This is a rerun of Pride. This is a rerun. This goes back further than we could capture it. This is a rerun of people trying to work themselves into the ground. This is a rerun of self-doubt, depression, and anxiety. I have a better way for you. If you would allow me to do the work,
I'm going to allow him to do it for me, baby.
Where? How do you spell where? Come on, W-E-R-E. How do you find out where you are? The substance of where you will be is found in
where you are.
God began to show me there and where
has to do with the church is ready for the future. Take it now. Explosion. Lifting the cords in the states in this. And I'm not saying that's wrong. But how many miracles do we miss? Because we didn't focus here.
How many miracles do you miss because you don't focus? Baby! Let me see some. Hey, sister, I'm good. I thought I replied to your message the other day. You know, I know what it is, and I love you on purpose. I'm finishing up the RoAsia live right now. Sorry, y'all. I be getting, ain't that something? Let's see. Where we
When they
going?
said, you got to be careful who you play with in this lifetime because you never know if you're playing with one of God's favorites.
Ooh!
The way the Lord will hide you in plain sight until he wants you to be seen, the way he'll allow people to feel like they won over you until he called checkmate, the way he'll allow the storm to rain on you and let people watch it rain on you until he declare your victory. Oh, because y'all ain't hearing me. The way he'll allow your downfall to be part of your testimony. Oh, he snapped. We serve a God that is always on time. He's punctual. He does things in order. The way he'll allow it to look like it's crumbling before you. When he back there putting it together, we serve a good God. And I'm going to forever say that. A little off track, but here's a background story. I go the same route home every day. There's this homeless man who stands outside every day. And at this stop, it's always a train going by. And a man, he has his sign. And his sign says, "Smile, today is a good day." He is one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in this lifetime. His spirit is radiant beyond what I can comprehend, and every day I look forward to seeing him. And I don't treat him no different than I would treat a rich man. I hold my head up when he walks past my car, and I say hi, and I smile. And he say, "Hey, Smiley, what you doing?" And I thought the first time he called me that he was crazy, but he wasn't. He remembered me. So every time he see me, he say, "Hey, Smiley." He put on a smile, and I put on a smile. And one day I was going through so much crying, I was upset coming from work. So I put my head down so he wouldn't see me. He knocked on that window. He said, "Smile, today is a good day." It just reminded me how the Lord truly does have favorites. Here this man is walking down an aisle of cars with everybody who got everything. The cars, the clothes, the money, the this, the that. But spiritually and eternally, he still got enough to carry everybody out there and make sure they smile and have a good day. And I really feel like the Lord placed him there to watch over everybody. When I don't see him, I get frantic. I'll be like, okay, where is he at? Is he okay? I always think back to the scripture. But what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul? And you don't even know you're favored, but your soul is favored. Woo! You are favored. That's how. So.
I'll give you one last tip. You know what I'm saying? And you can put it wherever you want to put it. These people that got you feeling like your life ain't nothing, like you looking outward and you like, dang, my life ain't nothing because I'm not them. You know what they did? They found their greatness. Their greatness. And that's why their life matches their greatness. See, you haven't found your greatness yet because you haven't put a match underneath your faith. You're too fearful of failure, and that's why you're not leaping into the blessings that God put out for you. So now you're sitting here like life sucks. No.
It
Nor
don't.
does it swallow.
No.
It lives.
It lives.
So once you get with it, once you accept it, that you know what? I'm not doing what I need to do like they did what they did. So get to it, man. That's all I'm saying. Just get to it. Find your greatness. Ask God to expose your greatness and then nurture it. And then watch what happens to your life.
So I got to the end of the road and was like, dang, I wouldn't have liked me either. This will help you not waste time and not waste energy and not give yourself more than you should. Remember, your capacity to empathize with the suffering of others and or someone specifically does not impose upon you the obligation to try to rectify it. At times, it becomes crucial to understand that one cannot effectively rescue individuals who are unwilling to distance themselves from the environments that perpetuate their own suffering. This is an important lesson that we must internalize. One's capacity to alleviate the distress of others is fundamentally limited when those individuals are not prepared to make changes in their own lives. And as I begin to reflect on my own experiences, I acknowledge the error of my own ways in striving alone to try to find their tranquility. I invested considerable effort and emotion into seeking for their peace, often at the expense of my own peace. The individuals in question remain passive and disinclined to address the sources of their discontent. This is where I learned that they were neither proactive in removing themselves from the harmful influences nor willing to take decisive actions to foster their own peace. This realization underscores a vital point. It is essential to make conscious and informed decisions about your own fulfillment and to recognize when our efforts are driven merely by a sense of obligation, because investing time and energy in relationships should not only be motivated solely by the feelings of duty, especially when such investments do not lead to mutual growth or improvement. Ultimately, the responsibility for personal healing and well-being resides with the individual alone. No external energy, no matter how well-intentioned, can substitute for the individual's own efforts and commitment to addressing and overcoming their own challenges. Each person must take ownership of their own journey towards healing and self-improvement, as it is a process that cannot be outsourced or fulfilled by others.
Listen, this young man just said a whole lot. Hello, Gloria, Rochelle. Hey, sister, how are you? I'm just saying, come on now. I am responsible for my own peace. While I'm out here trying to make everybody else find peace. And your peace right here. Here go your peace. Here go your peace. They ain't thinking about peace. They ain't thinking about none of that. They thinking about staying right where the Nolo sister said. And all of that confusion and havoc and disarray and all of that other crap. Let's see what else we got for a minute or two or three, whatever, Let's see.
Listen, we got to get to a point that we got to choose us, no matter how much hurtful it may be, to be able to walk away. It's going to hurt you more, and better yet, probably even kill you if you stay inside of that situation, of that toxic relationship.
Walk away, baby.
Okay. Something that the Lord Jesus Christ has been telling me to do is prepare. Prepare for the famines.
Prepare for everything.
And the food shortages.
Prepare.
Most importantly, the Lord has been saying prepare for the power outages that will come to me. With that being said, I want to introduce y'all to the solar power.
God is not letting me go off of this subject. You're about to get promoted. You are about to get promoted. But make no mistake about it, you were promoted since birth.
Ooh.
You had to go through what you had to go through in order to get to where you're about to go. Because you have a story now. You have a testimony now. And you can speak on behalf of everybody else because you've been through something. You ever listen to somebody that ain't never really been through nothing, so they don't really know how to talk about it, right? But you know how to talk about it because you've been through it. And since you've been through it, you can talk others through it. God is saying the position He's putting you in is because you're meek in heart, humble in spirit, and you love above all else. And you've been done wrong, baby. You've been done wrong. You've been done grossly wrong. And some days she was like, well, God, you ain't see when they did this, but they keep getting promoted. And God says, I saw that. I saw it all. But everything takes time. And sometimes the test isn't for you. Sometimes God is testing their heart to see if they will really change, just like Pharaoh. Sometimes. But they prove themselves to be nasty and inside and out. And now they got to come down. I keep hearing they all fall down. They all fall down. You are about to be the next big thing. You are about to be promoted. I don't know what you've been waiting on, but God said it's yours. It's yours. And it's going to come at the most opportune moment. You're not going to expect it. You're not even looking for it anymore because you've been counted out so much that you don't even care for it anymore. You're just like, God, whatever. I dreamed it, it didn't come to pass. Maybe you ain't tell me this. Maybe I ain't hear it right. You heard it. Yeah, you heard it. You just don't got the timing right, but nobody knows God's time but God. See, you looking with your regular eye, but God says, I'm looking with my spiritual one because I know what's good for you. And if I gave it to you earlier, you would have fumbled the bag like them.
Fumbled the bag.
Right now is a good, you right for the picking. You can come right off the vine and you can go lead the masses. You're that one for that job, and baby, you're about to get it. You're about to get that promotion.
So I want to share with y'all real quick. I've really been, the noise on the internet is so commonplace to me at this point, and where I'm going and focusing on. And I have some of you all that send me some of the most beautifulest things, and I love them. And then I have some that'll send me things being said about me, right? And it's subliminal things. And what I come to realize is when you have to gather people up to discredit or dislike me, shame on you. Now, even in my space of being very loud and vocal about things that was going on, I never gathered folks up. I never recruited people to come in and join me. You know what I'm saying? I stood my own. I held my own. I never needed that, right? So the only thing that God showed me was the gift that I gave you. You're using it, but you're using it in the wrong way. I need for you to get in alignment for what I have for you in order for you to continue on. And I don't even think I didn't wrestle with him. I was wrestling with myself. And I shared this myself in the fact that I won't be silenced, right? But if I'm letting go of what had me bound and I let it go, understand that nothing and no one can silence me. But in my speech, in my vocalness, that's probably not even a word, I just made that up. But in my vocalness, if I do things in the way that it should be done, all I can get is the outcome from him. Now, to say to people, see, people don't like to attempt to understand the way one thing may affect one individual may not affect the other individual. And just like the sister just said, I can't speak to anyone about anything if I ain't been through it. So what I found was it was so many people, Mika, trying to speak to me on what I'm going through, and they ain't never even been through it. Hear me again now. There was so many people trying to throw scriptures. Here, put that one in your pocket. Here, put that one in your pocket. Here, the word said this. Here, the word said that. Where were the people to say, Lord, I'm not going through what Nikki is going through. I have not experienced what Nikki experienced. But I'm asking you to touch her. Give her peace. If there's a word you want me to say to her, give me the right words to say to her. Let me approach her like you would, Lord. I am in your image. Show me, lead me. And if I'm supposed to shut the hell up, allow me, give me the will to be quiet and keep her lifted in prayer. You hear me? Oh, don't you? The Bible said, the word said, this said, L-I-G, let it be, blah, blah, blah. But 3 years ago on a Saturday next to the day that came after Friday, but before Sunday, you was cutting up over something that really upset you. You can't throw nothing at me I already know. What good is that going to do me? It's not. What it's going to do is make me look at you like, yo, I can't even fool with you. One, you think you know too much. Two, you think you the one that's running this here show. Three, you think you know too much again. Four, let me touch the palm of your hands and see when you flipped out, when you had a moment sometime in your life. Don't you dare try to come and throw something at me that you didn't even practice when it was you. My God, on today. So I'm really in a space of, I don't know who you think you're playing with, but you ain't playing with me. It may look like you playing with me. You may think you playing, but I'm over here and I see very clear. Very, 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 very clear and such. And I just don't want to give time and energy to frauds and fakes and phonies. I have never been a people pleaser in my life, and I do not choose to pick up being one at almost 50 years old. It is redundant, it is ignorant, and I know better. So, I will close with the scripture, and it reads, Isaiah 54, verse 17. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm so serious, Phyllis. I'm telling you, I'm just as serious can be. I really, really am. I really am. The audacity of human beings. It is so redundant. But I let them have it because they think they know everything. And when they think they know everything, God will put them in their place. Like, you got the audacity to sit up over there and try to tell somebody what scripture to go to. You really? What did you do? What did you do when it was you? You got the audacity. And mighty funny, you talking about letting something go, but you keep showing up for what you telling somebody to let go. When did you die and become me? That's what God be saying. When? And trust and believe. You're going to go through something else. And let's see if you're going to run straight dab nab to the Bible. Let's see if you're going to pull up Isaiah 50. What you going to do? Ooh. I'm just grateful. Flowing from my heart is gratefulness. And that's where I will remain. And I will continue to do exactly what I know I have the authority and the power to do. And that is, it's going to happen, Capri. I promise you. You're going to be here to see it because I'm going to be here to watch it. But I have to say, that is where I'm at. I have the power. I have the power to bind, and I have the power to
baby.
loose in Jesus' name. What you say, son?
They finesse me.
So I love y'all on purpose. Let me talk to my kid real quick. And I'll talk to y'all shortly, okay? Bye, guys.